Don't ask me what time it is, I don't know. And I don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father is God. And I'm the unknown prophet of God. I want to talk about things I see in people I don't like to see. This is what I want to talk about. So I give you an example. What really did happen today. My window was open and I was on the computer. And my computer noise or loudness is always low or it is quiet, all down. And I was listening to two people who did talk about my neighbor who did die. And still, even when you did die, folks, still people will talk about your back. And then you are definitely not there anymore. I mean, folks, how low can you ever go? To do things without thinking like that. I don't understand this thing. And it's happening all over the world, all the time. Even in the words I speak right now, in the time I speak right now, it's happening all over this world. Talking about each other and all that kind of shit, you know? But first, the beam from your eye and then the splinter from another? No, no, for you will not see your own beam, but you will see the beam from your friend you're talking about. Start to talk about yourself before you start to talk about another. That's the splinter, and that's the beam. I also can say to my neighbor, I do have many problems with you people next living to me and making noises all the time with your dogs and your children and your bullshit and your fightings and your screaming and your shouting. But I say nothing. I will be quiet, you know, and I take it. So I did hear noises outside, so I did go outside. They did work about something heavy it need to hang for the window, you know. So I thought, you know, I'm gonna help. So I go there and I say, need some help? And these people did say, yes, neighbor, if you like, you can help. And I say, it's no problem. If you need my help, I'm ready to help. So I did help. But at the end of the story, people started to talk about another neighbor of mine. He's a very nice man. Well, that's the way I know him. But they did talk dirty about this man, you know. And that's what I don't like. And then when I work or help, then suddenly I start to think, why did I help this kind of dirty people who will talk about your back? I do not like. You know, a neighbor of mine who did die. So this new man what's living here did ask a neighbor on the other side. This man who did live here in this house before I did come here, what was his name? And then she did say something dirty about this man, and then the name. You understand? And this name of this man, he did die a few years ago. And she did say something, yeah, he peek around me all the time. But she don't say that her house was standing on fire, and this peeking neighbor did come to tell that her house was on fire. And if this peeking neighbor was not there, then she don't live in our street anymore, or worse. Because the house was on fire, and if this peeking man did not come to tell her, then she live on the street, or definitely not next to me. That's for sure. I wanted to tell this to that woman, but I think, you know what? I will keep quiet. I will say nothing. But normally speaking, folks, I go for the truth. You understand? So if you start to talk about things, what is a lie, then I will tell you exactly what a liar you are. And then you will feel bad. So this is what I did get today. This is my day. And I always tell my father when I do something like this, I help neighbors or I talk with neighbors or whatever, you know, then I tell my Father God, well, Father God, today it was a moving day for me. And then I tell my Father God, but that's my own fault, because I go for this thing. You know, it's for me, I don't have to help my neighbors. I don't have to. You know, when I'm standing outside and I need help, no one comes. Because no one sees it. That's just me. I see it. And if you are my neighbor, you don't have to ask me if I will help you, because you will see me coming, because I know you need the help from me. So you will get the help you need. But then I hear talking behind someone's back, and then I'm sorry that I ever did help you. So this was a moving day for me. But it was a day finding out myself. I did create this myself, because I did not have to help. But I am a nice guy, a nice boy. And if I see that you need help, then I will give you the help you need. And soon I will go to my neighbors who did talk dirty behind someone else's back. And I will say, will you talk about my back when I'm not there? And when I come, you will start to laugh and have fun with me, and will say that I'm a funny guy and a nice guy. And then when I'm gone, you talk about that I stink, that I'm dirty. That I peek, maybe. And by the way, folks, don't let me peek. Because it will be you who will let me peek. You understand? It's not me who wanna peek, but I peek at you because I think you like it. Did you hear this sound? What just did go into the microphone? It's a new sound here in this world. I never did hear this in my life before, and I do not like that sound. And one time in the hour, any hour, this sound will come. It come like an airplane is in some kind of tunnel. And the noise is like it's coming out of that tunnel. Or the wind was coming out of a tunnel. It is something like that. And I never did hear it before. But now I hear it all the time. It's a new sound. I never did hear this. And I'm a very good listener, folks. I listen to everything. I know the words of any bird. You understand? You can ask the people in my street what they sing. They do not even know that we do have birds. So I will hear any sound, and I hear this new sound. I do not like the sound of it. This did come new into this world. And I think, that this will start to happen all over the world. This sound is a very strange sound. I don't know where it's coming from. I need to figure out. And if it was not me, I will never figure out this. But it is me. So I will figure out where the sound comes from. I like to know. But I do not like the sound of it. So folks, to walk with me, you better don't talk about anyone's back. I want you to go to the person in question and tell him right in his face what you think of him. Then you are a man. Or else you are a mindless thief who do have a beam in his own eye and a splinter in another. Exactly what my Father God told you all. You can call him Jesus Christ.